Filleries later. Yeah, every now and then you gotta do that. Yeah, I finally got that out.
That's why one side of my head's flat.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
You told me
yeah,
that.
that's it.
I don't know what's going on with them.
He would say something and flinch. Because he knew my hand was coming up.
One, yep.
He had his offer, his offer expired. Can't let that crap.
From the stress of being on this building. That's the stress.
Thank you, that will. Welcome back.
You guys have tolerance.
Ready? Now call the meeting of Carbon County Board of Commissioners to order. Please rise for a moment of silence and prayer in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Father, may your grace cover each aspect of this meeting. Make this a safe space for people to express their opinions and place where ideas matter more than titles. We pray for those who have lost their lives and those helping to save lives. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of constituting the accuracy of written minutes. Tapes are reused, eliminating recorded records of these proceedings. Approval of the minutes of the previous meeting held October 14th, 2021.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. Are there any guests concerning county business at this time? Hearing none, we'll move on.
Report of executive sessions
There
held.
was one executive session held on Wednesday, October 20th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. concerning real estate.
Department reports, budget transfers.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Supplemental appropriation.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Expenditures, approval of check numbers 223986 through 224107 for expenditures to the general fund clearing account totaling $940,158.02.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
The treasurer's report.
Move to accept.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Personnel report. First item is the county departments.
Motion approved. County Department.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Acknowledgement of courts and row offices.
Motion to acknowledge the courts and roll office.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Correspondence was received as listed. Copies will be made available to the press upon request. Adult probation for approval and execution. The submission of a grant application for funding from the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency for the 2020 Comprehensive Opioid Stimulus and Abuse Grant. The grant will provide diversion and reentry services to individuals with a substance abuse disorder. Funds will be used for Carbon Monroe Pike Drug and Alcohol Commission to hire a program coordinator to facilitate the law enforcement treatment initiative and act as coordinator of the Carbon County Reentry Coalition. This is a 2-year grant totaling $119,980.
Motion approved and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm looking ahead.
I'll go today, we're not speaking.
Rick Parsons from the adult probation
I don't know
officer.
where I'm supposed to stand anymore, you guys.
Wherever, we see
Yeah,
you from both
yeah,
ends.
if you wanna come up and sit down, why don't we try that? Maybe that's not good. Oh, yeah, you can see it on one screen.
All right. Good morning, Commissioners. PCCD announced on September 24th a 2-year grant funding solicitation. The 2-year grant period will be from October 1st to September 30th of 2023. The amount we're requesting is for $119,980. This is a non-competitive solicitation that they released, and it allows counties to implement law enforcement diversion programs, jail-based screening protocols, and comprehensive reentry services. PCCD actually selected 8 counties within the state, and those counties were Butler, Clinton, Dauphin, Fayette, Huntington, Northumberland, Somerset, and obviously Carbon. In addition to that, funding is also going to be going through this grant to the University of Pittsburgh Program Evaluation Research Unit, the Overdose Reduction Unit of Pittsburgh University again, their Technical Assistance Center, and the Pennsylvania Office of Attorney General. This grant application is truly a collaborative effort between Carbon Monroe Pike Drug and Alcohol Commission and myself, and more specifically Jamie Drake. So this grant was truly something we wrote together. And again, as indicated in the motion, what we're looking at doing is using funds to hire a program coordinator to, and actually to be more specific, Carbon Monroe Pike to hire a program coordinator to assist with our law enforcement treatment initiative and also our reentry services. So real specific with LETI, the Law Enforcement Treatment Interventions, our initiative. As commissioners are aware, back in March of 2019, we launched the LETI program. We had the Attorney General here, Josh Shapiro, and that was launched at that time. Unfortunately, that program has had very little traction. I don't have the exact numbers with me right now. Jamie Drake would have that. But we really have not had a lot of referrals. And so what we're hoping is by having this person who truly oversees this program, that we can provide a lot more education, training, and a lot more resources to our law enforcement so we can get a little bit more traction on this program. Just to take the opportunity to try to really quickly explain what the program is, because every opportunity is a good opportunity, right? There's 3 basic tracks for the LETI program. The first track would allow for an individual who themselves are suffering with drug and alcohol issues, or if you're a parent, loved one, and you just want a resource, you can take that person to any of the law enforcement agencies in Carbon County, and they can assist with that referral process through Carbon Monroe Pike Drug and Alcohol. The second track is a true diversion track, and what we're looking there for is in lieu of arresting the individual, the law enforcement officer has this program available where if they can be referred then to Carbon Monroe Pike Drug and Alcohol, and if they complete that program, then they would have the opportunity to have those charges not pursued at all, and then they don't enter the criminal justice system. The third track, which was recently added in 2021, was at the magisterial district court level. So here we have an individual who was arrested and they're in the criminal justice system. And what this does is allows the district court, with obviously the recommendation of the district attorney and also the arresting agency, to divert that individual to treatment. And then if they complete that treatment program, then those charges are no longer pursued. So it's a great diversion program, really geared towards those low-level, first-time type offenders who are really suffering from a drug abuse disorder. And these individuals, what we know is they do better when we send them to treatment than if we enter them to the criminal justice system. The second piece of this is for an individual, that individual that we hire to act as the coordinator for the Reentry Coalition. As the commissioners are aware, I've chaired that committee, or that coalition now since 2016 when I was hired. That coalition, to be honest with you, we struggle because we don't have one person designated to really spearhead those things that we want to do. You know, we have rewrote our entire strategic plan, and we just need someone to help facilitate the rollout of that strategic plan. And so specific to this grant, that person will be acting as the chair or the coordinator of the coalition, and work in collaboration with myself. But they'd also be working with the jail, Carbon Road, Pike, Drug, and Alcohol to look at ways that we can enhance our screening process, ways where we can increase services in the jail, and ways where we can improve reentry services when they leave the jail. So I'm really excited about this grant. I'm also excited that it was a non-competitive grant. And I just want to take the time to thank Jamie Drake again from Carbon Road, Pike, Drug, and Alcohol, and the commissioners for the continued support.
And I think it's something that's really great because we've been tossing this around for ever since I think I've been on the board here. And I think we were sort of tossed up between, do we have enough money in the budget to do this? And with shared services with other counties, we can gauge pretty much what we need. I mean, if it's starting to get too much of a caseload, or then we can say, yes, we need a person in this department. And I think it's the same direction that we're going in with the public defender at the jail. And I'm happy to see that this is starting. I mean, we have to start helping people that need the help. So thank you for what you're doing.
Rick, would it be a safe assumption to say that this grant isn't simply a recognition of your and Jamie's prowess in writing grants, but really it speaks to the dire situation and the adverse impact the opioid problem has had in Carbon County, being only one of 8 that's received this?
Yeah, unfortunately, you're very accurate.
Yeah.
Not just the opiates, but and I think both Jamie and I've talked about the meth use in Carbon County is significant, and that is definitely, we see a lot more meth addiction than we do the opiates.
I think it's important to point out with the reentry group, although Jamie Drake and Rick Parsons really coordinated everything, or at the top of the list there on making these things happen, but it's a lot of coordination through many agencies to make these things happen. It just doesn't happen one group or another. And what we have maybe 10, 12 other, or at least 10, 12 other agencies involved in the reentry organization, including private persons, individuals, public, as well as many other organizations.
You know, our reentry coalition meeting, we average over 20 individuals on each one of those calls, and all 3 of you have actually been on those calls as well, which I, again, appreciate.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Our next item is Commissioner's Office, postage equipment for approval and execution. Lease agreement with Pitney Bowes for a ProSend P2000 postage machine, which includes meter rental, laser printer, and system maintenance. Term will commence on date of installation and continue for 60 months at a fixed cost of $338.04 per month, which will be billed quarterly. Proposal is in accordance with Pennsylvania State Contract 4400015965. The lease on the existing ProSend postage system expires December 31st, 2021. This is a decrease of $29.24.
Move to approve and execute?
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Communications 911 for approval and execution, an amendment to the agreement with Two Way Mobile Communications Incorporated of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, to maintain and operate the Northeast Core phone system and EZNet services for the region. Maintenance includes hardware, software support, and on-site services at a total cost of $57,012.17. This is approved under the statewide interconnectivity grant, CoStar's contract number 12-018, -108.
Move to approve and execute?
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes, and I just want to point out real quick, this is under Act 12, the 911 fees that you pay on your cell phone bills, etc. The counties or the state gets 15%, and because it's a regional coordination of activities, maintenance, hardware, standardization, et cetera. This is out of that 15%, not the county share. I forgot what I think it's 85% or what, not 85. I forget the amount of the share we get. And so it's not taxpayer dollars, but is your contribution through your fees on your phone lines and et cetera. So,
The Controller's Office for approval and execution. An agreement between the County of Carbon and Harold Hydro of Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, to provide accounting and financial training to the accounting manager in the Controller's Office at the rate of $50 per hour, not to exceed 120 hours of service, effective March 1, 2022 through June 30th, 2022.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Human Services for approval and execution. Human Services non-block grant revised final report for fiscal year 2020-2021 for Carbon County's HSDF, HAP, and drug and alcohol programs.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Planning and Development for approval and execution. Documents to be filed with the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development for the fiscal year 2021 Community Development Block Grant application.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Purchase of service agreement for approval and execution. The purchase of service agreement with Edwards Business Systems of Wyomissing, Pennsylvania for a laser jet printer at a cost of $1,298.0145 for black and white copies and .074 color copy billed quarterly, plus a 3-year warranty, located in the Tax Claim Bureau. Machine maintenance and services will be fixed for the first 3 years from the date of installation. This replaces previous agenda item number 21376 due to the original order being on back order with no ETA.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
The Solicitor's Report.
Thank you. Agency on Aging for approval and execution. Revised memorandum of understanding between Carbon County Commissioners on behalf of Area Agency on Aging and Keystone Health Information Exchange for sharing protected health information on consumers served by the Agency on Aging. The agreement provides that the agency will participate in meetings, committees, and other work groups as needed, and would be using the opt-out option to give the consumer the choice whether to participate in the program. The term of the agreement commences on the effective date and continues for an initial term of 3 years with an annual subscription cost of $639 billed quarterly. This revision outlines the annual subscription costs which were not part of the original agenda item 21139 of March 25, 2021.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
76 Susquehanna renovation project for approval and execution. Proposal for Johnson Controls Fire Protection of Allentown for an addition of 2 electronic door locks for doors 320 and 345 in the amount of $5,433.28, including parts, labor, and programming under PA contract 4400023962.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Josiah White Park, banner request submitted for Bach and Handel Chorale for the Christmas concert at St. Mark's Episcopal Church on December 4, 2021. The banner request November 13th through December 5, 2021.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Nothing further.
Any further
yes.
business?
Yeah, under further business, pointing to Rick, or maybe Greg would like to speak about graduation on Monday evening. It'll be our first graduation for the specialty court.
I can do that real quick.
Sure.
I actually bought handouts, look at that.
Yeah, maybe you should have had you do it while you were here.
Yeah, exactly. So
So we are pleased to announce that we will be having our next graduation for the Carbon County Drug Court and also our Veterans Court on this Monday, the 25th. We have at 6 o'clock in courtroom 1. I do have a handout for the 3 of you. We're excited because we have 5 individuals who have really done all the hard work and have demonstrated their desire to remain sober and live and change their entire life. And so we're excited about our graduation, and I would definitely like to invite the community and anybody else to join us on Monday at 6 o'clock in courtroom 1 in the courthouse. Thank you.
Okay, you stay there. Okay, other than that, I'd like to just bring up subject, and I know Chris is involved somewhat as well as myself. Not as much as we'd like to be, but you talked about the reentry program, but I'd like to bring up the Together with Vets program too, because of the suicide prevention and what you had talked about in the reentry and coordination is a lot of it is education on the police officers in your case in particular, in recognizing some of the issues before they're arrested and put in a prison setting where they get no help. It's kind of the same thing with the Together with Vet programs that I recently participated in a survey for them, and I'll be doing another 1-hour interview or so on the issues here in Carbon County in particular. And the biggest thing is the education of the public, recognizing, identifying the types of, or what to look for our veterans or anyone else in particular. It doesn't have to just be veterans and with mental health and issues and that, who they can go to. So there are programs, or we're developing more and more programs through reentry Together with Veterans, the Veterans Office. I don't think really many people realize how many different programs that our offices here get involved in that you don't see every day. Veterans, they have the Together with Vets, they have the homeless, and they sit on various other committees and boards, and they are an extremely busy office as well, and people don't really see it all the time. So,
Yeah, the Together with Veterans is actually having a presentation right now.
yeah,
And that's exactly where I'm going right after this, for the education.
we'll make it
piece.
short, I wanna go down there too.
We'll race.
5 minutes.
But yes.
Okay, thanks, I just wanted to bring that up under that subject as well. Okay.
I do have something else under further business.
Okay.
I just have some or I just want to, I'm hoping this is under new business, the court administrator and I had a meeting this week with the National Center of State Courts, and I have to present this, maybe we can work on this week, on having somebody come here, but there's a group that could come here and assess what we need in the courthouse. Not that we'd be getting rid of our architects that we have, but they could give us maybe a little bit more of an idea of what kind of projects or how we would have to reconfigure the courthouse before we start on it. And actually, it's something that's paid, I think, Greg, it's paid through the courts, some of it that they would do the assessing, but we would have to pay approximately their traveling time, which is $2,100 to $2,300. Now, I think we would have to split that, and one person is coming from New York and the other one is coming from Denver, Colorado. One has expertise in the courts, and the other one has architecture, expertise in old courthouses and how they could be renovated. So I'm thinking that if we could have them come here and just assess this and even work with our architects that we have before we start a project, I mean, even if we had to pay the $2,500 to have them come here, I think it would be, and it's not going to assess the whole county. It would just be for this in particular. And one of the other things I have, and I'm just going back to next week, and I know that we passed a motion to give another bid to the school district, and I did not vote for that. And my concern is right now, if we put a bid in and there were other entities that bid on this, how can we go back and rebid on this. I mean, I don't think we do that at the county. You know, how is this possible to have this done? You know, I think if that's what was bid on it and there was a mistake of making that much money, you just have to eat the mistake. I mean, my view of it was not a good deal to buy the school in the first place. So now why are we negotiating the value of it now after we actually made it to purchase it? And that's my other comment, that's it.
Do you have anything you would like to add under your commissioner's report?
No, I just want to thank like Rick and them for what they do. I mean, and I said, I think, even with the public defender, I mean, that he's been, you know, in fact, I had a meeting with mental health and him last week on issues that they're going to have a meeting up at the prison on trying to get these programs in. So I'm glad that, I mean, that I could maybe make a phone call to get this started. But I said, this is something that's going to be great, I think, for Carbon County to get, you know, we have too many people that maybe shouldn't be in jail, or some that are in, I mean, that shouldn't be sent to jail in the first place. And we have some that are in jail that shouldn't be there, that should be sent to a facility. And I think that's our big thing, is where are they gonna go? I think that's gonna be our biggest obstacle, find a facility to send them. And we're just gonna have to search for them. I mean, we have a big wide country, and hopefully we can find facilities that would take them. So thank you, Rick and Paul, for what yous are doing.
Welcome, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Lukasevich?
Yeah, and of course, let me talk about the school district office. I wasn't prepared to do so, but since it was brought up. No deal has been sealed with the school district. As per the motion that was made and approved last week, we are sending a letter, it's about finalized, back to the school district that takes into consideration the findings of the study and the reports provided to us on the condition of the facility. I've been blessed to be able to purchase a couple homes in my life, and there'd be a list price. Then I'd go get an entity or an organization to do a homeowner's inspection. And then once that homeowner's inspection came in, I would go back to the seller through the realtor and modify, if necessary, that initial offer. Seems like pretty common sense way to approach a purchase of any building or infrastructure. So that's simply what has taken place, and that is what is playing out here. Good, practical, financial sense, due diligence on behalf of the taxpayer.
And I understand that myself.
This is my period, excuse me.
Go ahead, and
Yeah.
I'll continue.
All right, all right.
Go ahead,
All right.
keep going.
Yeah, I want to finish my whole
ahead.
thing. You know what, Rocky, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, my
Yeah.
point of it is, yes, you can save money, but when you look at this, it doesn't matter if the school district would give the school to us. It's still close to a $9 million price tag for us to renovate that. And I still think it's too much money for the county to digest. So you can say whatever you want.
And I will. Rocky, what you think we might need for the courthouse cannot be done without a location to move the courts and its functions for a period of a year. It cannot be done piecemeal. And that actually should be a red line with the courts. If the courts want it done, they have to understand for X amount a month, they will have to have an expeditionary environment, and an austere environment that is minimally acceptable to run court operations, not the Taj Mahal. We can't leave them in that building and have a 2 to 3 year renovation project, or your $7.9 million becomes $11 and $12 million. So again, you can't have one without the other. All right, let's move on to other things. I think more important, at least from the 25 meter target here, right? Lisa Dart had mailed down, asked us to emphasize ballot drop-off occurs at 410 Center Avenue, not 76 Susquehanna Street, or for that matter, 44 Susquehanna Street. normal operating hours, right, are 8:30 to 4:30. However, we have extended hours till 6 o'clock up at 410 Center Avenue this Thursday, 21 November. Next Monday through Thursday, 25 to 28, October, right? So there it is, Thursday, 21 October, 6 o'clock. Monday through Thursday next week, 25 to 28 to 6 o'clock. And then on Monday, the 1st of November, till 6 o'clock. Lisa also sent down an updated request, your feedback, an updated request for judges for elections, Bowmanstown and Weisport. Poll workers are still needed, Bowmanstown, Palmerton, Summit Hill, the Environmental Center, and then at Weisport.
On the election end, quick question for you. Are they gonna go to the front entrance with all the steps, or can we arrange to have them
that's
drop
good.
off at the
Yeah.
rear because of better accessibility? I don't know what issues we'd run into, but I wanna make it as
Yeah.
easy as we can there.
Yeah.
And certainly the front steps are out of the question.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So I guess we would ask that if you want to drop off the ballot, we would ask you call 570-325-4801 when you arrive, park up in the lot, and then they'll come down to that side door.
I have one or two people there, I would prefer two.
Okay,
I
then
mean,
we'll,
I know
we need
there's a
to-
cost, but let's
yeah,
make it convenient for the voters.
yeah. Making sure we have full coverage there
Correct.
at that time, so that one can,
Do you have another question on that?
We were advised by the election director that if anyone does have a ballot that they want to drop off at 410 Center Avenue and they cannot use the steps,
Right.
all they have to do is call the office
Okay.
and personnel will physically come out to the
Yeah,
vehicle to
I
get the
did that.
ballot.
And
Right.
do we, like on that overtime, do we have one, is it one person or, is it one person? Maybe like Wayne said, that even for the safety,
There-
of it, maybe we should have two of them working if they're not
I
two
believe
working.
there may be two working.
Okay,
I
okay.
don't think that they're there by themselves.
okay.
But we can
We can work that
check
out.
on that. Yeah.
Okay.
all right. So lastly, I want to mention Tuesday at 2:30. Live streaming on my Facebook page, right? Those who wrote the guide to home rule in Pennsylvania will have a conversation with me. The public will have a chance to virtually interact with the DCED representatives. And on that matter, we are going to talk about Government Study Commission, right? And what those Government Study Commissions, the first step, have found. We're going to talk about home rule charters, right? Lehigh, Luzerne, Northampton as an example. And I do want to say a special thanks to my colleagues out in Washington County, Commissioner Irie Vaughn and Commissioner Maggi, who've been providing information and insight as they themselves have a ballot question for a government study commission on their ballot on 2 November. And they had a very good conversation. A virtual conversation was held by their Chamber of Commerce yesterday morning. And I'm going to end, though, with a quote. And, I'm a big studier of Revolutionary era history. And I'm going to quote Cluvius, right? Hamilton, Madison, or John Jay. It's one of the three of them, and Federalist 14. And this speaks to Home Rule and a Government Study Commission. Hearken not to the voice which petulantly tells you that the form of government recommended for your adoption is a novelty in the political world, that it has never yet had a place in the theories of the wildest projectors, that it rashly attempts what is impossible to accomplish. No, my countrymen, shut your ears against this unhallowed language. Shut your hearts against the poison which it conveys. You know what? Keep an open mind. All right. Thank you. That's all I have.
Commissioner Notstein? do you
Okay,
have any-
just a brief update or meeting that we had just yesterday with the governor's office, Tom McCloskey and Paul, and then Tom
Yep.
I can't think of his last name.
Lafferty, right?
No, there's a Mikowski too.
Yeah.
But anyway, we had a good conversation, it lasted a good hour, I'd say, or close to an hour. And we talked about a lot of things, our civil service issues that we have with the Department of Health and the hiring process of the civil service segment of that. We also talked about transportation, set aside money, tip program, et cetera, long-term, things of that nature. Our plight right now with our children and youth space needs and construction projects. And we talked about the grants that we put in, the RACP grant for helping us to fund any of these projects, no matter which project it is. It doesn't specifically say in the grant application, but we are looking at those avenues. We also talked about the pertaining to the transportation, the American Rescue Act, et cetera, and the transportation project we have going in Jim Thorpe and where we can get funding for those projects. Talked about the mental health issues, the census. All of us here agree, I think, the census occurred at the wrong time because of the major influx of a lot of people during the census and afterwards as well, and still continuing right now, I believe. Maybe it slowed down a little bit, but how the housing market has taken off. A little bit of good in that, in the more building permits, et cetera, as Rocky mentioned, and everything, that it will help the tax revenues, but it also increases the problems or services required in the county. But we all feel the same way, and they had the conversation with other counties as well, Wayne County in particular, I think it was, and I'm sure it happened in Monroe and Pike County, is all these people coming into the area and they were not counted. So when it comes to the time for funding, and that's over a 10-year period, when $20,000 for each person over a 10-year period, when those numbers aren't up, we could be off by well over 1,000, who knows? So we didn't get the official results yet or anything. We're just hearing nothing official on the Lansford becoming an entitlement community, meaning they now have a population of over 4,000, but until we see the real numbers and everything, I'm not positive on it, and I won't believe other findings until I see it, the official report. So we also talked about our EMS and emergency services, and the plight we're having right now is not only personnel, but the availability of the ambulances in particular in the area. You got a wait time. Just recently, Monday, I think it was Monday afternoon, they were calling all over the place for ambulances. They were calling Lehigh County. Lehigh County was calling us for available units. They were all tied up. Transports trying to get people from one facility to another facility took hours because there was no transport services. So, as I mentioned to them, the County Commissioners Association voted to combine two of their committees, or I should say Committee, Military and Veterans Affairs, with the Emergency Services Task Force, looking at the issues facing the volunteers, or I should say lack of volunteers, or that you have anymore today, and the emergency services and providing services. We in Lehighton I sat in the hospital myself for 3 hours waiting for more than 3 hours because things changed, but for a transport from one hospital to the other. And there was just no available units. They were just so tied up, and they were coming from all over. And they'd be on the way to pick somebody up at a hospital, and they get diverted for a priority. So it's becoming a major issue here in the county. So, and we talked about the court system a little bit. There was another subject I thought of after the fact, but when I think of it, I'll put it in notes and send them an email. But it was I'd say, a very productive meeting with them. We expressed a lot of our concerns with some of the legislation and some other things, and funding sources, etc. Us, like children and youth, needing so many people in there, and not waiting till July of '22 for that funding. We're requesting it now. You're the ones that are saying, hey, we need this many people now. Do something about it. Well, you do something at the state level too. Don't push it on the counties all the time. We can't afford it. You don't want to raise the taxes, neither do we, but we're the ones that get the blunt of it. We have to follow the rules, and we have to do what they say. So I'm really concerned, but I thought it was very productive. Whether it goes anywhere or not, we don't know. So,
And I think like in our discussion with them, like we have our problems here in the county, but it's not us, it's like statewide. I mean, it's
It is,
like,
it is,
you know,
correct.
if you,
On all the issues.
yeah,
really.
yeah, everything. It's like, it's not, you know, it looks like we're targeted, but we're not. All the other counties are in the same boat we are.
And from what we're hearing, and they're hearing the same things, a lot of the same
Yeah.
things, so. Okay, that's all I have today. We do have another quick meeting. Commissioners meeting adjourned. You ready, Mark?
I am.
You ready, Mr. Secretary? All set? Okay, thanks. Okay, Retirement Board, now call the monthly meeting of the Retirement Board to order.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning to everyone. First, we'll start with the approval of the minutes from the previous meeting held September 16, 2021.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Sheehan?
Yes?
Mr. Svercek, yes. Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Are there any guests concerning retirement board business? Report of executive sessions, there weren't any held. Next, we'll be seeking a motion to ratify the warrant. That's checks number 40717 to 40726, and direct deposit 7013906 to 7014302 for the month of September.
So move.
Second.
Hey, Mr. Sheehan?
Yes?
Mrs. Faircheck, yes. Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, next is the retirement activity for the month of September. We had 9 retirement refunds, one superannuation retirement, and 1 retiree deceased. And I always like to make a note with either the retirements or retiree that had passed or an employee. Mrs. Joanne Donnelly served the county for 27 years. I wanted to recognize her for her many years of service to the county and wish her a long, happy, and healthy retirement. Mr. Adamitis passed away, and I wanted to express the condolences to his family on behalf of the retirement board. And the portfolio value as of September 30th, 2021 was $94,018,888. And I always like to get an update for the board. As of last Friday, we bounced back to another all-time high of over $96,289,870. Okay. Next, under correspondence, we had 2 correspondence from our actuary, Corn Ferry, which we receive every year. These are for informational purposes only at this time. It was information about the annual COLA information, and then also information about the ADC, also known as the Actuarial Determined Contribution Estimate for the Pension Fund. Any questions on those 2? The next would be the solicitor's report.
Nothing additional.
Okay, thank you. Investment managers reports, Sarah Wilson of Marquette will be here next month in November to go over the 3rd quarter review and performance. Anything under new business? Anything under old business? Anything under further business?
Meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
Okay, Amy, welcome back.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
With regards to the expenditures, I see the $500,000 for the railroad economic development fund. Is that the payment to Lancer?
Yep, that's going through.
Good eye on that, Amy. I wondered if someone would calculate.
They'll be glad to hear that it's coming.
And I think that's all I have, but thank you.
Wow. Kelly. Dominic, since you were late, you don't get a chance. Anything, Dominic?
No, I don't.
Nothing?
Good.
Okay, thank you. All right.
What, did you come for lunch or what? Dominic?
No, I'll be honest, I'm a little hungover. I had a lot of wine.
Oh my God.
She's made up for the time.
Is that live stream dead or what?
I don't think so.
Celebrate your engagement?
No, just celebrating life.